Hey, what's up, YouTubers? So, unfortunately, my schedule for the last like 2 months and any time for the foreseeable future is going to be crammed full of crap. Work's been crazy. My actual paying job as a web developer has been crazy. I got a kid on the way, which is exciting, and I can finally announce to the world that I've got a kid on the way, so I'm really excited about that. But with that is coming, a bunch of work. My office, which is downstairs, is getting displaced, which is okay, but excuse me. Now that I have to move upstairs, the upstairs hasn't been remodeled at all, and I was really hoping to avoid it so someday I could move and let somebody else inherit that, but that's not the case. But I'm not going to rip this entire room apart. I'm going to do a nice but kind of not all the way to the bones of the house remodel of this room. And the first thing that I'm doing is I am refinishing the hardwood floor. Let me go ahead and at least just show you that. Now I'm holding on to clips so I can do a nicely produced video of this project. But in the meantime, I thought I'd put some of this, kind of raw footage stuff online and see how you like it. So anyway, here's the floor. You can see over there in the corner where I haven't sanded it down yet. And you can see where I have, and I'll tell you what, the belt sander is doing a really good job. I know I could have saved some time renting a drum sander, chose not to do that, but that brings me to my next two topics. Sanding belts. Whoops, this is going up on YouTube uncut because I don't have the time to edit anything right now. But anyway, here we go. So this bag right here is full of about a dozen GatorPower belt sanding belts, and I just chewed right through them. And honestly, I totally expected to on this project. It didn't surprise me, and I wasn't disappointed that I ran through so many belts dealing with this floor. What did surprise me, though, was that when I ran out of these and went to go get more, another hardware store had 3M brand belts. And in the square footage that I sanded with these 12, I've managed to do about roughly the same amount of square footage with a single 3M belt. Now, I did ask around. I'm not bashing GatorPower belts or anything like that, because honestly, I don't know. Other people might have different results than I did, but I thought I'd bring it up because I thought it was interesting and I wanted to know if people had similar or different results. So if you've used both brands, if you've used one and had really favorable results, I would love for you to let me know. It helped me and of course the rest of the viewers going forward know maybe which belts they ought to buy. Second thing, almost instantly on this project, I screwed up my rusty trusty Porter cable belt sander. I don't think it's completely dead. The belt stopped spinning, and honestly, I'm on such time constraints with any remodeling projects right now. I didn't have time to fuss with it. I'm putting it on the back burner. I'm going to try and repair it someday because I think it's repairable. But in the meantime, I went down to Mifflinburg Lumber, my local favorite hardware store, and I got this Makita, okay? And it is a Makita 9903. And I guess just if you want to compare them, I'll give you the Porter cable model number is 352VS. 352VS, okay? And they take the same size belts, 21 inch by 3 inch. They're both variable speed. So I just thought I'd tell you some of my experience so far since I have the second one. Honestly, the Porter cable was much, much, much cheaper, and it lasted me for years, and I don't think it's completely dead yet. So honestly, it's like still a favorable tool in my book. The Porter cable, my biggest complaint so far has been that the dust collection is horrible. And now usually in my experience, the cheaper brand names like Porter cable to me has some pretty good stuff. but they are the more economical brand name, you know. Usually the dust collection is lacking in that stuff. Well, my porter cable actually did a good job. It didn't have a very good connection to a shop vac or a dust collector or anything like that. But the integral bag actually worked really well. It had this little snap connection thingy on it. I don't know where the bag is right now, so I can't show it to you. But the bag actually fit on really well, and it didn't let a whole lot of dust get out. Whereas the Makita, which I would have expected to do a much better job, actually, I'm just going to show you this. The Makita doesn't snap on, it twists in. Now that's a pretty secure connection, right? My problem with it is that this is how it closes. It doesn't have a zipper. It's got this plastic thing on top, okay? And it's wide open. And honestly, it doesn't do a very good job of keeping the dust at bay while you're running the tool. So let's see, beyond that, the Makita's a little bit lighter, which I don't know which way you want to go on that argument. You know, I'm not a big expert on different models of power tools or anything like that. And I'm not like a professional remodeler, so I don't use them every single day. But for me, like the heft that my porter cable had was actually a little bit beneficial. Yeah, it tires you out a little bit faster, but you know the heft, you know, you're sanding down. It's more beneficial that you're putting that force down on it, and the more weight the tool has itself, the less effort you actually have to put into pushing into the surface, right? So to me, the fact that the porter cable was a little bit heavier was actually to its benefit, at least in, you know, for what I'm doing. But the Makita seems to be performing pretty well otherwise. Could do without the, you know, the dust that it does honestly spit out a little bit. Not a big fan of that. But you know, maybe there's a a chop vac adapter that I haven't seen yet. I honestly dug right back into my work. I didn't look through the manual. I don't know if there's an attachment for that or anything. Didn't come with it. I know that. But yeah, the dust collection is definitely lacking. So other than that, good tool. But if I had to, if they had the porter cable down at the hardware store, probably would have bought that again. So, all right, well, I'm jumping back into what I was doing, and I'm gonna get this floor done. So I will catch you later.